Hey everybody. So a couple nights ago I hit 1,000 subscribers, so I can do this, go live from my phone. Thank you YouTube for making a goal for real creators to reach. I'm glad that I reached that goal. I'm doing a little bit of, thanks Arishna. I'm doing a little bit of yard work and the boys are with me. I think I have a, hold on, a little, yeah, that's better. There's something on the camera. But yeah, clean with me, yard work. I don't know that I'll be able to respond to comments. Arishna, are you a moderator? Yes, perfect. So you're here. You can do your duties, keep things legit. But I'm just gonna kind of park the phone. Obviously, um, my goal, hi Allison, my drive will now be to get my hours. I really need to start concentrating on my YouTube channel again. We had a great time in Fiji. We're back. Summer's rounding out. My ministries are about to start. So now I can kind of start focusing on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys' patience. The boys are working hard. They first didn't want to, and I told them, the next time you guys want an iPad, a game on your iPad, I'm not gonna buy it. That's gonna be my instant answer. And they were like, oh wait, can we help you? And there's a flyer on here, and it's doing awesome things. So yeah,
minute when I was coloring.
thought about it for a minute. Oh, I gotta move the garbage can because the boys they're helping, they're hard, and they're patiently waiting. So clean with me, yard work. I'll try to stop in every once in a while for, you know, um, comments and things. But yeah, we'll see how it all goes. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, fantastic summer. I love you all. Thank you for being here. If you have questions, pop them up here in the chat and I can respond to them. But like I said, I'm gonna be a little bit occupied. I got to get up into. Hey, Skin. What's up, Sean? How are you, man? I'm really glad that you're here. Obviously, I'm live from my phone, so that means I actually hit 1,000 subscribers the other day. So thanks for being a part of my subscriberhood. But you see those queen palms right there? They got some droopy leaves, so I got to get up in that. Hold on, I got to get up in that tree. I have a 24-foot ladder, and I'm gonna do that. So if you guys see me fall, at least it'll be live on camera.
Coming. Someone just said hey.
Who said hey?
I don't know.
You know what I say?
What?
You're not helping.
Huh?
Did that just break? Yes. Yeah, it did. Awesome.
Did I do it?
No, I did it. Fire pit just broke. Oh wow.
It's been this for a pretty long time now.
Yeah, we've had it for a really long time.
Papa,
Yes.
can you help me? Don't take me.
Rosalind is inside editing, actually. She's now putting together Fiji vlogs and stuff. Speaking of, look, this shirt, Fiji. Banga Adventure Divers, if you guys haven't seen my shark dive video, it's pretty rad. You should check it out. Yeah, bigger one right there. Banga Adventure Divers. You guys are doing a good job. Can I help you what? Is it twisted around it? You should do it with your hands. And be careful because the lights are right here, yeah? I gotta keep going. that's from. It's from those. These are called crepe myrtles. They're really pretty, but they're super messy. And then look, these are morning glory vines that come all the way over from Mr. Benjamin's yard, and they come all the way over. They're really pretty too, but look how they wrap around these crepe myrtles. So I had to keep flipping them off because I don't want them to kill the crepe myrtles. You guys are doing a good job. Keep it up, okay? So while the kiddos are taking a break, I'll show you kind of my setup. How many? One person here. I'm using Ryobi battery powered 40 volt batteries, and all of my things are interchangeable. So I got a 40-inch, and it actually, I already edged up all of the bushes behind me and everything. So it actually does a really good job. I highly recommend this. I've had this battery system for a while, so some of my batteries are starting to get consumed. But like I said, the same battery that goes in the trimmer goes into my weed whacker. It's a pretty rad weed whacker too. It's got a little kickstop wheel on the bottom, and then what it does is it becomes not only a weed whacker, but as you step on it, and of course it's a lot easier if I actually step on it.
Papa,
Yeah?
there's a cockroach.
There's a what?
Cockroach.
Kill it.
It's already dead in the spider web near our door.
Anyways, I'm gonna step on it. I'll show you what it does. It becomes, right, like, normally it's like this, but then it becomes, it's got a little wheel on it, and it actually edges, so you can edge it along too. But all of these batteries all snap into the same thing. So I've already done all the weed whacking, trimming, edging, and now I'm going to use, and I just have this one. I have actually 4 batteries, but to do the backyard it only needs about 1 to use all of the tools. And I also have a 40 volt blower, does the same thing, same battery. But I'm actually going to mow the lawn really quickly because this uses the same battery. The lawnmower is pretty quiet. In fact, I think my air conditioner is probably louder than my lawnmower is. So that's that.
Are we gonna have to do the front yard too?
No. Come on, keep on, keep it on. That's as big as my backyard lawn is. It's tiny, just enough for a dog to poop in. But I don't own a dog, so yeah. Is it hot there? Yes. Sean, if you're still in here, it's going to be triple digits today, about 100 and change. So if you see me sweating, that's why.
Just hope it gets cooler.
You hope it gets cooler? What's your brother?
Jonah?
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. The good news? Yeah, that's what happens, I guess, when you go out in the rain or the rest of the sun. You know what? We have that one over there that we can use instead. To the center.
Ew!
What?
There's a fly in a cup.
Yeah.
I am not drinking any milk with that fly in it.
Blame you.
Well, it's in the
I mean, as clean as possible when we need it to blow it. Well, this. We'll bring it all up in a little file, bring the shovel over here and clean it up. Bring the shovel over here.
Someone posted that
Think so? Somebody's birthday? I don't think it's a jump house, man.
what do you think it is?
Too much.
Water slide.
Okay, put these on the side of the house where all the yard tools go, right there by the baker trap. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then, yeah, that's that.
And we'll
What's
go
up?
pick up the dates.
Yes, pick up the dates from that.
On our iPads.
I'm not sure that I'm ready for that yet. I gotta have just a little bit more for you guys to be able to do.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
In the front. See you.
If you guys have any questions about Fiji or anything too, let them rip. Thanks for being here. Say something. I don't know who's in the chat right now. Let's see, Skins Fan Camry. Arishna. I imagine Arishna, you're probably still here. I love how loyal you are. Is that milk?
Yeah. A moment with the boys in front of the camera as the wind passed by. A moment with the boys.
guys are gonna pick up the dates? So let it be known, I've got my California safety shoes on right here. Flip flops, flips to the flops. You don't stop. I always do yard work in my flip flops. I don't care if I crack a toe, because, well, whatever. That's just, I live on the edge. So y'all can comment down below or comment here in the live chat and make fun of me, but I don't care, because my skin's pretty tough on my feet. Actually, I wear like flip flops like probably 10 months out of the year.
Do you want us to wear
I don't know. That's just what I do.
ones off the grass?
So what? Yeah, the dates that are there in the grass, please. Man, that's unfortunate about this fire pit, huh? I guess it was bound to happen.
Okay. At least you just gave us another fireplace, okay?
Maybe I can kind of fix it.
We have a fireplace.
At least we have a fireplace. I like the way you think. Yeah, that's a good thought. At least we have a fireplace. And at least we have a backup.
To it.
At least we have a second fireplace, huh? So, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna level with you guys. I've totally neglected my backyard since I've been back from Fiji. So, yeah, this is why it's so much work to clean up. But let me take you guys on a quick little tour here. Can you flip it? Yeah, I could flip it around. So, have a nice little flagstone patio. That's all the bigger that my little strip grass in the back is, but yeah, I've got to really clean up all of these palm trees. Ready? Oh, next time. Next time. So, but yeah, this yard is not really much to keep up on if you keep up on it. In fact, I've only been out here like 45 minutes or so. But it's nice. It's a quaint little backyard, and I got a little fountain there. I should turn it on. But yeah, that 40 volt trimmer makes good work of the, I just trimmed up all the bushes and whatnot, and edged them all up.
Can I put it back where the others are?
No, I'd like for those all to be picked up
No.
if possible. Again, got my California safety shoes on. Are you gonna, you guys want this over here? I'm about to get on my pole saw and get up here and cut some of these branches down.
Made it.
Hey, can you pick up those branches right there, the biggest stuff? So again, there's my 40 volt trimmer, my weed whacker, my blower, and mower. It's all 40-volt system. I have 2 chargers, 4 batteries. Battery takes about, I don't know, 60 minutes to charge up and lasts, I can use 1 battery in the front yard. Yeah. It looks like a flower, yeah.
I never knew flowers could get this hard.
Yeah, it probably dried up. Boys, you see these palm straws? Can you pick all those up? Got my disc golf basket. Got some roses I need to trim. But nearly done back here. It's shaping up. It's looking good. Boys, these palm straws right here really quick because I want to blow all that. Thank you. Ben Weather Channel. Hi, Christina. Thanks for joining. Is that Ben Espinosa? You switched your YouTube name? Why, buddy? You gotta brand yourself. Oh, I guess I can understand why. No, you didn't want your whole name on there. Thanks, buddy. And then one last thing is those black chips back in there. And then that, my friends, is I think good. Yeah, I get it, Ben. I would understand 100% why. I am proud of you, though, man. What, 7 months ago, you were just a viewer, and now you're a creator. I'll also level with you and say I haven't seen any of your videos lately, but I have not been getting notifications for stuff. Are you guys done? You want to go inside? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. What? Why don't you ask mommy if tell mommy it's okay with me if it's okay with her. Good cop, bad cop. We do really enjoy our backyard. It's a nice, entertaining space. What? What game? Let's talk about it. Let's think about it and discuss it. Find one and let me know. So, for the boys helping me, I told them, because earlier they were starting to help me. They're like, "We're getting hot. We're going inside." I was like, "Okay. Next time you guys want a game on the iPad," my answer is no. So then they came out and helped again. So, what did you say, Ben? Oh. Oh. Yeah, I don't know why that's been happening. That's your channel's not the only channel I've not been getting some like notifications, but I mean, if you've been creating content, I sometimes I think what I have to do is like unsubscribe and subscribe back just to kind of kickstart the notifications to come back in. Whoa, that was almost drastic. Worship His What do you guys think? I don't really feel like it, but you can encourage me to. I'm really needing to get up there. Into those palm trees, especially that one, to trim that stinks, Christina. I hope you're healing and doing okay. Cuts like that are never fun. So the other day, I was actually at a pool party for our church, one of our youth group, and what I ended up doing was they had a shed in their backyard, and I had my Mavic, which is my drone, and I put it on the shed, and I put the control sticks in to start the props, and the Mavic started to fall off the shed. The shed was only like 6-7 feet tall or whatever, and so I caught it before it hit the ground. And where I caught it, I don't know if you guys can see, but I caught it right in between the battery, so it got me on the back prop here, and the front prop just sliced my wrist open and kind of cut me up a little bit, and that was painful. So, Ben, I like your style, man, but it's hot and I'm lazy. I don't know, maybe I should do it, but it's I'll tell you what. Here's the thing: is like once I get up in there, like it's way more work than it looks like, and I just don't feel like I have the energy to do that. It needs to be done, and it will be done, but it's starting to get warmer already. It's like I want to say it's close to about 95, 98 climbing. By 4 o'clock, it'll be about 102. But I feel like that's a project for itself within another day, probably tomorrow morning, or actually not tomorrow morning, I have a funeral. But one of these cooler mornings, I think it has to get done. Hey, New Roots, glad you're here. Man, you were doing pretty good. I think you were doing pretty good in trivia last night in Kayla and Michael's stream. You're like my competition. So, but yeah, I mean, I think I'm great. How are you? That's the real question. How are you? So I think my backyard's pretty much done. Yeah, I always have a good time. So he's found a game to play. What's the game? What's the game? Come on here. Fun Race 3D. Does anyone have any experience with this game? It's got really good reviews. 4.5 stars. It's got 191,000 reviews, so it must be. It doesn't look bad.
It does like from
How do you know this?
Why does I say it on ads? When I watch YouTube Kids or YouTube, I see.
Ask mommy. Ask mommy if she got. Wait, I might get the notification here. So through parental controls on an Apple ID, right? My kids set up. Yeah, I did. So request from Malachi to download 3D Fun Race. 1 second, guys. Great. I'm back. Here you go.
Thank you, Papa.
You're welcome. And just like that, it's downloading. But that's so I don't know if you guys know. Some of you might know this. I used to actually work for Apple, and so everything that we have in our home is Apple, just because I'm still a promoter and a stockholder of their product. So, but it makes life decisions like that really easy to be able to monitor what your kids do. So if you guys don't have that opportunity, I encourage you. It's just right there, built in within iOS. You know, and if you don't have kids yet, I imagine that technology will continue to kind of still develop and be available for you to be able to monitor and really kind of track, because it's important. You know, the boys, they don't get very much technology interaction unless it's really monitored or supervised. Like, we have rules, right? No iPads can go upstairs, can't use headphones. The boys are 7 though, right? So like, I feel like we have to monitor. They get no more than 2 hours of screen time. Now, whether that's on an iPad or they choose to watch a movie, or, you know, like this morning we watched The Price is Right together as a family. So that counted for, like, you know, half an hour of their screen time because we kind of caught it late. But, you know, we just try to monitor what they do. It's, I think all too often, that's potentially an epidemic problem with kids these days. Is, you know, and in fact, I used to also wait tables. And, you know, you'd see a family sit down, and there's some balance to it, right? But what an iPad or a phone is not there to do is to babysit your kid. That's my personal opinion. I'm not preaching to anybody. I'm not, you know, I feel like there should be interaction, and we're losing too much personal interaction. So we also have a rule: no phones, no technology at our dinner table. And that's just a rule that we have. So that's awesome. I started talking about that, and I lost some viewers. Oh well. So, what's on your guys' mind? Hope you guys having a good day. Like I say, ask any questions you might have about Fiji. Or take a break, Ben says. So this is where Happy Eatin' does his cooking, right? There is my smoker. There is my grill. That's where I do all my stuff. So yeah, man, I kind of do want to get up in there, but I just don't. Went inside and the air conditioner's on and it feels good in there, like really good. Like, I'm gonna go sit down good. But yeah, if you haven't done so already, I'd appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. I'm cool with that. Either way, doesn't really matter to me, but somehow or another that matters to the YouTube algorithm. So things are kind of still changing on YouTube. Trip was awesome, Ben. Thanks for asking. If you haven't seen some of my videos, I posted a few at some resorts that we stayed at. I did a lot of fishing. We stayed with a lot of family. You know, we were there for almost the entire month. So Fiji's comprised of about 300 or 326 different islands. Not all of them are inhabitable. But there's 2 main islands. There's Viti Levu and Vanuatu. And we went to both. In fact, Viti Levu, which is the largest, you can drive around in about 6 hours. So we certainly went to several different places. Had a really good time. I went shark diving. I got certified scuba with PADI, which is Professional Aquatic Divers International. I think that's what it stands for. I don't know. Professional Association of Dive Instructors. That's what it is, and now I'm certified. So, um, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I caught a turtle pooping. Um, yeah, we went on an awesome shark dive. I did some reef cave like swim pass throughs and through caves and stuff underneath a reef. That honestly probably was, and I was more anxious to do that than the shark dive. The shark dive I had no qualms over, like no fear, no anxiety, nothing. That was a lot of fun. It was really majestic to see like a 500-pound shark just like from me to the camera. I mean, so close. Um, 2 weeks prior to me being there, there was actually an incident with the same dive company that we went with, and it just happened to have been just a, it was a thing. A tiger shark was there, and tiger sharks are a little bit larger than the bull sharks that were there. There were 35 bull sharks that we dove with that day, but a tiger shark, they can be a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more curious. It wasn't an attack per se. Hey, thanks, Edward. Appreciate it. It wasn't an attack per se. It just happened to have been an accident. So person got bit in the head, got some stitches, got all hemmed up. We were able to make it back to safety and everything. So what is this one? My kid's flossing right now. He's so excited to get a game. So here's another game that they want. And you want to show him flossing? Floss. I would be okay if I never saw that dance again, but whatever. Good catch, buddy. I gotta put all that stuff away.
Because I need to go poop.
You just said that on camera. But go ahead and go. Fun Run 3D Real Race Car Racer games. We'll see how they like it. Fiji is definitely a place I would recommend for anyone to go. The economy's good there. Hi, sweet angel. Thanks for being here. But Fiji is pretty rad. The economy's great. You get about a 2-to-1 value for your dollar. So if you exchange $100, it's really about $215 in Fijian money, which is based off the Great Britain pound. But yeah, so something that might cost. What's definitely more expensive there is electronics. So you could even take stuff with you. You could take like old iPhones there and sell them, and get all kinds of money and stuff. But because like a regular MacBook charger, which costs $79 in the United States, sold in Fiji for $300. So it was double and then double again. So instead of it being $150, what it should be, if it costs $80 here, it should be $160 there. It was $300. So it was crazy. So yeah, you guys network with one another, channels versus channels. If they're in blue, they're for you. These are people that I've known who've been with my channel for a long time. And if you want to be a mod too, I kind of have just a real simple philosophy. Do good work, do good things, and just keep it all about community. This is all a place for creators to grow. Things are changing on YouTube. But yeah. Anyways, back to Fiji. Is the flight long? Is that what you asked? Yeah, it was about 11 hours going there, 10 coming back. And it was, now we were really fortunate to have a direct flight nonstop from San Francisco, which is about an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. So from San Francisco to Nadi, Fiji, it was about 11 hours. We got them, round trip, really affordable too. So if you're going to go, there's a few places that, like, if you're limited on time and you just want to see like a really awesome place in Fiji, um, I I really was a huge fan of Singatoka. The coral reefs there are incredible. The resorts there are affordable. In fact, one of the places that we stayed at there, it was a 2 bedroom with a kitchenette and everything, 2 bedroom suite, um, and it was like $110 American. It was like 220 a night. So I mean, if you went with a few people, totally affordable. You know, you could buy your own groceries and cook, you know, your meals and stuff there. Why didn't it work? Did mommy approve it? Ask mommy if she can approve it. So, yeah, thanks, Lothar. Is it Lothar? Lothar 900? Let me see here. Yeah. Um, yeah. We've been having a great summer here. In fact, since being back from Fiji, we've already gone camping a few times. Um, you know, kids are young for only so long, and it's important to create, you know, um, just awesome family memories. That's part of what is, you know, makes a good family, is that you guys can enjoy times together. You know, there's a time and a place for not doing anything and hanging out at the house and kind of, you know, like today was a little bit of a lazy morning as we started, but I was like, well, I've been neglecting the backyard since we got back from Fiji, so I went ahead and bit the bullet and just got it all done. So I got to put my yard tools here away in a second. Um, but yeah, I mean, Fiji really was a remarkable place. I highly recommend it to anybody who might have the opportunity to go. Singatoka, again, was a really great place to stay. Reiki Reiki was okay. It's a bit, so there's like one main road that goes all the way around the island, and basically it's a 2-lane highway. Um, on the western and southern portions of the main island is where the roads were the best. Once you got past the capital of Suva up into the eastern and northern part of Fiji, Viti Levu, man, the roads are pretty rough there. So, but we had a really good time. It's cool too, like in Fiji, as you go down the road and out in front of people's houses, they'll actually have like fruit stands or some whatever they're selling. So like depending on where you are in different parts of the island, different things grow. So like in Singatoka, they grow like wild corn, and it's a different corn than we have here in the United States. It's a little bit tougher, and it's kind of like a wild maize. Um, and so they either boil it or they hot roast it over a fire, and it's called sila, and it's really good. But you know, if you go further, like instead of sila, they might have like guava or papaya or coconuts, or they might grow different things around different regions of the island. But you could just pull over on the side of the road, you know, buy something for like $1 or like 50 cents, and whoever's land that's on, wherever they're growing that whatever it is that you're buying, they'll sit out there and they'll have like 4 or 5 bushels of whatever, and they'll stay out there as long as it takes them to sell it. So if they sell all of their things within like 4 hours, great, it's been an early day. But sometimes they'll just sit out there the whole time. So yeah, we had a blast. We really did. I caught incredible fish. We caught a 55-pound Spanish mackerel. I caught 2 octopus while I was there. I caught some barracuda. I caught some grand trevally, some damu. I'll have to actually post some pictures, and I'm actually going to get to edit a few other Fiji vlogs, and just because we went to places that like, in fact, I don't mean to kind of come off course or anything, but like I was the only white guy there in some of the places that we went. I actually speak Hindi as well. I speak some, or I was learning, especially while I was there, and I've already knew some words and phrases in native Fijian, which is Ituaki. And so yeah, they would kind of trip out and be like, "Oh wow, you can speak our language." So they were, you know, and Fijians are really nice people, incredibly nice. In fact, they're known as some of the nicest people. But in some of the places that I went, and again, not being coarse, but there were I'd have to kind of watch my back, because people would instantly think an opportunity like, oh, hey, here's this tourist. He probably has money, or, you know, and I had camera gear. So I took my drone with me, I took my gimbal, my phone, and I took my GoPro. So I had different angles to be able to get some of the footage that I wanted to kind of show Fiji. So that's what I really need to get is back into the editing studio and put together some more videos and whatnot. And just show you guys a side of Fiji that you may not typically see. You know, there's some great places in Fiji to go, like all-inclusive cruises and really nice resorts, you know, where people bring you your drinks with little umbrellas and stuff in it. We went on several boat rides. We actually went on, so from the main island to the smaller island, it's an overnight 14-hour ferry. So it crosses through the Koro Sea, which again is about a 14-hour passage. So that took some time, and then coming back the opposite way from the shorter end of the island is only like, I don't know, like an hour and a half. Or I mean, it's like it's crazy how like the ferry goes this way, long way, and then comes back short. But yeah, no, we had a good time there. While I was there, I met different people that just randomly had like handmade boats that they made. So we would do overnight fishing trips, or I would go out in the middle of the ocean at like 3 o'clock in the morning on this little teeny tiny, I won't say teeny tiny boat, but it was like a 22-foot boat with like 6 guys in it, right? And the other thing is that like, right, like I have fishing gear. Like I took a travel pole with me. I took a nice reel, a Daiwa Sweet Fire ball bearing, and I had braid on mine. And it, like they were just like, what does this guy have? Like what are you using? Because it's nothing that they would use. What they use is hand lines. They actually have like 50-60 pound test, just straight fishing line on a spool about this big, and they just, you know, they have a piece of like lead that's wrapped around the fishing line, and here at the end, just on like maybe about an 8-inch leader, then they have like a number 6 size hook. So it's a pretty good size hook for pretty big fish. And then they just slap a piece of bait on there, and then they throw this hand line over down towards the bottom. So they'll just string it out and put it down about 100 feet, and then once they hit the bottom, they pull it up just a few feet, and they'll just wait there. And once they feel that they've got a bite, like they'll just like literally like jerk the hook and set the hook into the fish. And these fish, they're not like small fish. They're like, you know, they're like I'm not even kidding, like 2-3 foot, and sometimes, you know, 10-15 pounds. And a fish that big, they put up a good fight. So imagine wrapping hand line around your hand as they're pulling it. You know, I mean, I'm just not that tough. These guys are savage, and they're just pulling these fish up, you know, hand over hand, and just pulling these, you know, 20-pound Grand Trevallies like that I fight with on my reel and my rod, you know. And but it was a good time, you know. It was I caught some tuna, some mackerel. I mean, it was just a really, really good time. I showed them a few things, they showed me a few things. I'll stick with the pole any day though. It's just a funner way to fish for me. Hand line is fun, but you have to be like really skilled to like set that hook just at the right time, you know. So it was pretty cool. But that's a traditional way of fishing there with the hand line. So it was pretty cool to see those guys, you know, fishing that way. I don't know if this is coincidence or not, but whoever sat at the back of the boat always was typically the best fisherman. In fact, now that I think about it, whoever sat at the back right corner of the boat, I don't know, and we'd usually anchor, so it wasn't like we were drifting around or anything, because we'd be set kind of in one place. But I don't know if that's just because typically whoever sat at the back of the boat was the captain and they owned that boat and they knew how to fish. But that was just something I kind of found that was really interesting. I did catch about 8.5 foot, 9 foot brown moray eel. That was pretty rad. I thought I was locked up on some rocks for a while, and I was just trying to, you know, and braid, it doesn't break, and it was all the braid I had with me there, and I knew that I was going to be doing some deep sea fishing, so I didn't want to cut my line and just give up on it. So I was just trying to unhook it and get it out of the rock. I thought I was just jammed on rocks, you know, and then it pulled back, and I was like, oh, I have something here. And so for about a half an hour, I fought with this thing. I was ready to just go diving in the water and just follow my line down and unhook it or get whatever I was at. I'm glad I didn't, man, because I mean, this eel was like, I mean, you know, we held it up and it was over my head, and it was gnarly. Big old brown moray eel, and you know, they're kind of like a snake, so they'll wrap themselves up around something, and that's what he had done. He had wrapped himself up around my line, and then he burrowed up into some holes in the rock, and I didn't think I was getting it, and then finally, because he wrapped himself up, I think he actually kind of suffocated himself out, or was having a hard time breathing, because finally then I was able to get him out of the rock. And then once I did, and he was swimming, you know, he was swimming, and when he came to the surface, he was not trying to have any of that. But I did have, I actually had, because of the way that we were fishing, all right, Ben, I appreciate you coming, man. Good luck on that video. I hope I get a notification when it launches, and I'll be on the lookout on your channel just to make sure that I can reset those notifications. But thanks for coming in. But yeah, that moray eel, like I said, I had him because the fish there are savage in Fiji. They have big teeth, and they'll bite right through your line. So at the end of my leader, I had a piano wire or a cable that they couldn't bite through. But yeah, I was happy to have gotten that thing. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Definitely recommend going to Fiji for anyone. I'm actually going to cut this short too. I got a few things to do inside. I'm going to save that up there for another day, and I'll certainly try to go live when I do that. That way you guys can see me fall out of a tree if I do. But see, I mean, it's not just, I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them to trim up, and that's not going to be a whole lot of fun, so I don't look forward to it. But I appreciate you guys spending the last hour with me. Let me know when you guys post your content. I would love to show some support and, you know, check it out. Also, coming up, I'm going to be getting back into the studio for my live streams and helping you guys out as channels, and just giving you guys fearless feedback and things that can help you to grow, things that can help you to make your channel better. So until then, happy eating, guys. Have a great day.